Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Martin Luther King Shootout here on this day off from school, as we have got a huge slate for you here today on Video Productions. Chris Kidd here with you, alongside me, Robbie Mounts and Joe Mounts, our cameraman, for today's broadcast as we are getting set for the national anthem. So we will step aside for a quick break and be back with the player introductions as you are watching the Martin Luther King Shootout with us right here on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
School Chris Kidd with you. Let's listen in to the play introductions here between Oak Hill and Trinity Christian.
A sophomore, number 10, Carter Anderson. A freshman, number 15, Levi Teets. A senior, number 23, Fletcher Hartsock. And a freshman, number 25, Drew Bosick. The Trinity Christian Warriors, the district team on the scoreboard. Now for the home team, the Red Devils of Oak Hill High School. Gavin Jackson is the head coach. Assistant coaches Andy Keys and David Gorby. And your starters, a senior, number 0, Jacob Perdue. A senior, number 1, Jason Mann. Sophomore, number 5, Samuel Chris. A senior, number 30, Darren McDowell. And a junior, number 44, Camden Craddock. The Untitled Chapter is the home team on the scoreboard. The officials for this game are Stephen Robinson.
Those are your player introductions on both sides here today, as we are getting set for our first official varsity game, one of 6 today. Again, JV game kick things off this morning, but we will have all 6 remaining games here with you today on Video Productions as Oak Hill comes in here at 4-7. They started the year 1-4, then beat single A defending state champion Webster County before losing 2 in a row and then winning 2 in a row, then losing to Bridgeport 48-46 on Saturday. And then on the other end, Trinity Christian, they come in at 5-7. They started the year 1-6, had 2 losses by 1 point, had another by 5, then won 4 in a row against Madonna, Clay Battelle, Moorfield, and Cameron before losing to Greater Beckley Christian Saturday night, 68-58. As we're glad you're with us here this morning from Beckley, West Virginia, as the tip goes to Trinity Christian, going left to right across your computer screen and television, and Oak Hill going right to left. Out front, Trinity Christian gets the ball into the hands of Levi Teets, the 5'4 freshman, as they swing it around. Again, opening possession of this ball game. Back out front, Teets will take a straight-on 3, no good off the back iron. Rebound comes down, or actually it was Seth Goins who missed on the attempt. Now coming down is Samuel Christ. Loses the ball, but into the hands of Cameron Craddock. Back over to Christ, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound comes down, being fought for loose on the floor, but able to be controlled by Trinity Christian. As tearing it out was Fletcher Hartsock, the 6'5 senior, who's been a big part of this offense throughout the year. We'll talk about that here in a moment. As they get it over left side for Carter Anderson. Anderson, the 6'3 sophomore, back out front. Hartsock, pump fakes, gets back over to Anderson. He'll take a 3, in and out, no good. Long rebound taken by the Warriors, and now we're going to get a whistle and a tie-up. And the possession error will go over to Oak Hill. So 1 minute deep into this game. Again, Benitez Jackson, the head coach of Oak Hill. John Folks, the head coach of Trinity Christian. Red Devils bring it across midcourt. Over to the right side, nothing there, and Jason Mans will bring it back out. Now tries to take it back in on the baseline, gives it over left side. Nice pump fake, and going up and laying it in is Darian McDowell, the 5'10 senior, and that is the first points of the day here for either side. It's full court pressure being applied by the Red Devils over left side. Hartsock thought about a 3. Now they'll dump it down low, trying to find some room. Back out to the top of the key, dribbling in, floater on the way, rims around and falls home. For Seth Goins, the 6' senior, and he had 26 against Greater Beckley Christian the other night. He had 5 threes in that contest. Also had a couple of big games against Lindsley, had 28 and had 21 points against Madonna. So Seth Goins, someone that can get going in a hurry. He's driving in, ball stripped, loose on the floor. Looks like we're going to get another tie-up, and we will, and this will give it back over to Trinity Christian with 5:59 remaining here in the first quarter. As the Warriors will inbound from underneath their own basket. Teets will give it off, and walking it up the floor will be Goins. So kick it over left side. They try and work it down low. Hartsock will give it back up top for Drew Bozick. Now down low for Hartsock, and he shuffled his feet and traveled with it along the left baseline. So that'll give it back over to the Red Devils. 2-2 your score here in the early stages of the first quarter. It's out top, Jason Mans with it. Mans will bring it up the floor. Guard it up top. Trying to shake Teets, and now we'll give it off. Driving in right side. Nowhere to go for McDowell. They'll reset over in the right corner. It's Chris looking for help. Gets it back to McDowell. He'll drive into the center. Gets it into the corner. 3 on the way. Short, no good for Jacob Purdue. Rebound comes down to the Warriors. They press it up the floor. Goins takes it in left side. Tough angled layup, and Seth Goins able to get it to fall. He gives Trinity Christian lead now 4-2 as he's got all 4 of the Warriors' points. Now McDowell up top. Gets the top of the key for Mans. Mans trying to probe his way in. Now gets back to the top of the key for McDowell. He'll drive into the center. Tough attempt against Hartsock. No good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Hartsock. So work it up ahead over left side for Bozick. He'll stop, pop a 3, and count it from the left wing for Drew Bozick. And that'll give Trinity Christian now a 7-2 lead here in the early going as McDowell into the center, had it poked away, and they're going to get a foul on Levi Teets as he reached in, trying to strip that ball away. Again, this Trinity Christian team, they were 21-6 last year. They beat George Washington in the quarters of the state tournament. Greenbrier West in the quarters of the state tournament, beat them 52-48 before losing to eventual state champion Webster County 45-42. We're going to look at Webster County later today. The defending Class Single A champions went undefeated last year. Get it back over into the left corner. 3 on the way again. Short again for Purdue. Long rebound comes out. Teets up ahead. Finds Hartsock cutting to the basket. And Fletcher Hartsock with his first 2 of the game. He's another one that can get going in a hurry. Had 19 against Greater Beckley Christian the other night. Had 28 against Madonna and 25 against Lindsley. Tough drive and layup, count it, and the foul for Darian McDowell as he got free on the right side and was able to put it up and in. And a much-needed basket here at the midway point of the first quarter for the Red Devils. And substitution coming in, it'll be Omar Lewis checking into the game. Also, you have Hunter Reinhardt, 5'10 senior, coming in. Lewis, a 5'6 freshman for Oak Hill. There's a chance for the N1 for McDowell, and he's able to convert 9-5 now. Trinity Christian leads it. They work it up ahead. Now to the top of the key for Teets. Give it off to Goins, and Goins will wait for everyone to get set as he gets into the offense. Takes it over to the right side, dumps it off to the right elbow for Hartsock. He'll drive in hard, cut off by 2 men, gets back out to Goins. He'll put up a jumper and count it for 3 for Seth Goins. He's got 7 points here in the first quarter, and the lead back up to 7. McDowell will bring it across the center court line. Up top, almost lost the dribble. Then guarded up top by Anderson. Now I'll hand it off to Omar Lewis. The Trinity Christian bench clapping to get with defense inspired. Get it back out right side for Mans. Kicks it over in the corner. Lewis finds himself free for 3. Misses it off the side of the backboard. Gets his own rebound back. Fighting to get free and dribbles back out top. So he'll be guarded at the top of the key by Noah Kirilko, who's checked into the game for Trinity Christian. Now they get it over to Mans. He'll drive in right side, skips it over, now into the right corner, left corner again. This time the 3 does go for Jacob Perdue. As his first 2 attempts were short, this time able to get it to fall and the lead back down to 4. So Oak Hill staying close here in the early going. As Hartsock gets into the middle, pump fakes, turn around, short jumper, and there's Fletcher Hartsock again. He's got 4 points and the lead up to 6 for Trinity Christian. Mans across the timeline over to the right side. So he'll be cut off by Teets. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Trinity Christian leading Oak Hill 14-8. Now they dump it off, back over in the corner. 3 on the way again. This time off the back iron for Purdue. Rebounded underneath, and a whistle and a foul as Kirilko was able to control the board, and they get a whistle, and the foul will go on Omar Lewis. As we get a look here at our instant replay again, the great ball fake there by Hartsock. Able to get his man moving and then hit that little turnaround jumper. Again, the 6'5 senior, so versatile on the low block and from the outside. It's Goins. Takes it over to the left. Now tries to get into the center. Cut off by McDowell. Swings it over to Teets. Now over to Kirilko. Top of the key for Anderson. 2 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Back over to Hartsock. Ball fake again. Gets it out to Kirilko. Didn't get a clean catch on it. Give it back over to Goins. He'll drive in. Gets by a couple men and whistle and a tie-up. We'll give the possession back over to Oak Hill. Good defensive play that time by the Red Devils. They trail it by 6. McDowell will bring it up the floor once again. Get 5 points here in the opening quarter for Oak Hill. Gets it over to Purdue. Purdue drives in hard into the middle, has the layup roll off. And rebound taken away by Kirilko. Gets it up ahead. Hartsock running the floor, and Hartsock able to lay it in as he gets up ahead. He's got 6 points, Goins with 7 points. And just like it's been most of the year for Trinity Christian, those 2 with the majority of the scoring. 16-8 as they've doubled up Oak Hill thus far here in the first. Nice drive on the inside and spin move finish by Jason Mans. So he was able to get by his man and go to work, and a nice layup there for him to get on the scoreboard. Now back over to Anderson. He's trapped in the right corner. Out to Goins. Don't want to leave him alone, and that's why. Goins again for 3. His second of the first quarter. He's got 10 already, and the lead is up to 9. Under a minute to play here in the first. Ball lost, and Goins goes up and over the top of Mans as he crashed to the deck, or Lewis, excuse me, but it'll stay Oak Hill ball. As Lewis will inbound in front of the Trinity Christian bench. He'll lob it into the backcourt for McDowell. McDowell patiently across midcourt. Anderson up top with him. This man-to-man defense now over to Lewis. Gets the free throw line into the corner. Dribbling in is Purdue. Back over to Mans. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Mans throws it off the hands of Purdue and out of bounds as Purdue was cutting to the basket. and Mans thought that Purdue was going to line up in the corner once again. Now substitution here for Trinity Christian. So it'll be John Moore, the 5'10 freshman. Both teams play a lot of young players on their rosters. As checking in as well will be Gavin Jackson, a 5'11 freshman. You hear already Coach Folks announcing one shot. It's Moore. Gets it over to Teets, another freshman. So 3 freshmen on the floor right now for Trinity Christian. Karelko will get it over to Teets, down to 14 seconds. Now Hartsock, top of the key, looking, gives it back to Teets. Pass almost taken away, but Karelko, the junior, able to corral it, down to 5 seconds. Top of the key for Moore. He'll drive in, puts up a layup, gets it the bank in as the first quarter comes to a close as Trinity Christian explodes for 21 points, and they take an 11-point lead into quarter number 2. Back after this as you are watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
Your next car buying experience easy at Midstate Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Midstate Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign.
Start of quarter number 2 here from the Martin Luther King Classic here at Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd here with you, with Joe and Robbie Mounts, our engineer and cameraman, for this first game. Again, we've got more on the way. It's coming up after this game. We will have Richwood taking on Mercer Christian Academy, another interesting matchup. Again, we've got 6 games on the docket today. Bob Bolin will be here later with us for the final 2 games of the evening at 6:15 and at 8 p.m. So we've got a long slate ahead, but you're stuck with me until further notice, fans, as Moore will take it to the right side. Back up top. Now they lob inside for Hartsock. Nice grab in traffic, and Hartsock able to lay it in. He's got 8 points now here in the first half, and Trinity Christian starting to get some distance from the Red Devils as Mans drives in, double team, kicks it up top for Lewis. Lewis over to Purdue. He'll drive into the middle, kicks it out. Mans, he'll take a 3, air ball. Trying to save it is McDowell, and a great save as he throws it off of Anderson and out of bounds. As we get a look at it here on our replay, the catch by Hartsock, and again, good entry pass there as well in order to get it over top of the defender and create an easy layup attempt there for Hartsock. That was Karelko on that pass. We're down to 7:25 left in the first half. Mans trying to go to work on Moore, gets it out to Lewis, now back out to Mans. Mans gets it to McDowell. He'll find a crease in the middle, and McDowell able to take it all the way in for his 7th point of the game. And this is an Oak Hill team averaging 57 points per game on the year, giving up 59 points per game as Anderson's pass deflected, stolen away. Fast break opportunity as Purdue Euro steps into the middle, layup rolls off. McDowell able to save the possession, though, for Oak Hill. They get it back into the corner for Purdue. Up top now for Mans. They reset the offense. Mans will take the 3. No good off the back iron. Long rebound comes down to Lewis. Into the corner for Purdue. Pass out front. Almost got away, but Mans able to save it. Again, we said what Oak Hill averages. Trinity Christian averaging 65 points per game and allowing 67. So Trinity Christian likes this up and down pace thus far in this contest, what they're used to in their games. McDowell can't find an opening against Hartsock. Now resets, loses the ball off his leg, but able to get it back over to Lewis. An 11-point lead for Trinity Christian. It was as much as 13. So Oak Hill's had some good looks from the outside, just haven't been able to convert, but on one, pass was deflected, but McDowell able to take it. Now he'll take a 3 as Hartsock contests at the last second, and just enough of a disruption to throw off that 3, and Karelko fouled on the rebound. So it'll stay with Trinity Christian with exactly 6 minutes to go here in the first half. They're going to get that foul on Omar Lewis. That'll be number 2 on him. Only 2 team fouls against both clubs here in the first half, as officials stopped play as the score clock didn't start on time. So now they'll have Trinity inbound from the near side. So lob it into the backcourt for Goins. Again, Oak Hill, we talked about Trinity Christian last year. It's been an Oak Hill team that's fallen on hard times after they won 4 state titles under legendary head coach Fred Ferry, as three-pointer by Anderson off the mark. It'll go out of bounds back over to Oak Hill. Again, they won their 4 state titles under Ferry in 1984, 1989, 2010, and 2011 with those very impressive ball clubs they had in the early 2010s. But then they had 5 straight losing seasons from 2013 to 2017, but then rebounded to go 20-4 in Ferry's final season. They lost in the quarterfinals last year in the state tournament, as floater on the way off the mark. Purdue loses it, but they're going to say last touch by Trinity Christian. And they went 21-8 last year at Oak Hill and lost to Robert C. Byrd in the round of 8, 49-36. Mansville inbound. They swing it up top. It's Oak Hill trying to find an opening as Reinhardt gets it over left side for Sam Christ. Back up top for Mans, and now we get a whistle and a push on the way in as Mans gotten by his defender a little bit, and they're going to get the foul on John Moore. Scoring is slowed here in the second quarter. Only 2 points for both sides. Mans looks to trigger it in up against 5-second count. Finds Christ at the last moment, and Christ fouled on the way up. And that'll give him 2 free throws. They're going to get the foul on Carilco. That'll be his first. Now we get a look at it here in our instant replay again. Nice cut there by Christ in order to get into the center and draw that contact as his first free throw up and good. Only the second free throw shot of the game on either side. Chris with his first point of the ball game. Now trying to cut this back to single digits. That up and good as well. That's actually foul number 2 on Carilco. As you see, he goes to the bench, and checking in is Nick Beimel. Is driving in as Goins got free, and Goins picks up his first points of the second quarter. He's got 12 now in the contest, and the lead back up to 11. Again, he's just got that quick explosion off that first step in order to get to the rim. This Man's top of the key, dribbles back out. Now we'll step into a 3, no good short. Rebound comes out long. We're going to whistle and a foul. So after not very many whistles in the first quarter, seeing a lot more here in the second. So they're going to get the foul on Darian McDowell. And right there you saw the little stop and go by Goins in order to get by McDowell and get all the way to the basket. And it's so difficult to defend him because he can pull up for 3 like he will right here, and almost. Again, it was on line, but off the back iron. Rebound down underneath, and a nice strong move by Hartsock in order to get the layup, and that's going to draw a timeout by Coach Jackson with 4:32 left here in the first half, and a 13-point Trinity Christian lead as it's a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep things here with Trinity Christian in control here at the early going. And again, stay with us. We have Richwood coming up next. They're announcing that over the speaker right now. Mercer Christian Academy will be up as well. And you look at the overall on both sides. Again, Trinity Christian won the only meeting between these two schools since they've been around in 2006. Again, you look it up, and it was February 6, 2015, the last time that they met. And they beat Oak Hill 55-51 in that game. Now across the timeline comes Mans. Oak Hill had closed the deficit to 9. It's back up to 13. Purdue tries to close it. No good on the 3. And rebound goes out of bounds into the stands. McDowell chases after it. They'll go back over to Trinity Christian. And Coach Folks wasn't very happy with the way his team has started out ball games. Again, after the Greater Beckley Christian loss Saturday, he said his team can't figure out the first quarter. They fell behind 19-9 in that game as Goins lobs it inside for Hartsock, back up top for Anderson, all alone for three, and he'll bury it from the top of the key. Carter Anderson with his first bucket of the game and the fourth three of the first half for Trinity Christian, as the lead is now swelled to 16. Mans gets it over to McDowell, down to 3:50 left in the first half. Anderson on McDowell. Again, we'll finish that thought from Coach Folks here in just a moment as McDowell, nice dish off underneath to Purdue as he'll lay it in for his fifth point of the contest, as McDowell able to find his man over on the right block as the defense collapsed onto him. So can Oak Hill get a little run going here by the end of the half? Good defense there by McDowell and a nice save by Purdue. There's a chance here to cut into this deficit a little bit more. Trailed by 16 a moment ago. Over on the right side is Mans. Mans trying to find a way by Anderson, kicks it out. Now back to Mans. He'll reset. Into the game is Trey Foster, 6'2 sophomore for Oak Hill, as Mans gets his way inside, can't finish. Foster gets the rebound, kicks it out for McDowell, gets a short jumper but leaves it short. Long rebound, saved by Foster. And should say Foster at 5'7 sophomore as they get it up top. Three on the way and short by Reinhardt. Now a long leak out here, back to Hartsock, cut off by McDowell. Hartsock finds Teets, now over to Goins, goes for three, and there it is again. Seth Goins continues to be on fire. He's got 3 threes and 15 points. This is the largest lead of the game for Trinity Christian at 33-16. McDowell over to Foster, now into the corner, three on the way, off the back iron for Purdue as he's just had a tough shooting first half from the outside. He's knocked down 1 3, but has had the others come off the iron on him, and now a whistle and a foul as Goins is forcing his way to the inside. We're going to get a block on Oak Hill. If they get it on Darian McDowell, that'll be number 2 on him. But back to the thought from Coach Folks, again, was talking about how his team was getting out the slow starts. They fell behind Greater Beckley 19-9. And he also said at Greater Beckley Christian that they're the biggest team in the state, in his opinion, in AAA, AA, and Single A. And Greater Beckley is a very big ball club, as you'll see later on tonight here on Video Productions. But the first quarter troubles for Oak Hill continuing here today. So they fell behind 21-10 after the opening period. So Coach Folks right on point with his club's early struggles in these contests. He's going. Spins away, gets it off to Hartsock, short floater, and he gets it to go. Fletcher Hartsock with 6 points in both quarters here today. He's got 12 overall. Trinity Christian now leads it by 19. It's Chris trying to find help, gets it to Foster. Now Chris will take a deep three, no good, as Oak Hill's just been ice cold from the outside today. Only 1 3-pointer. Fallen thus far for the Red Devils. So we're down to 1:25 left here in the first half. Goings puts up a floater and he'll get it to fall. My goodness, this kid has been incredible here in the first half. He's got 17 points now to lead all scorers. Lead is ballooned to 21. Over to Reinhardt. He'll take a three, and there's one that falls for Oak Hill. A much needed one to end this run right now by Trinity Christian. They lead it by 18 with a minute to go, and Anderson gets a good look from three but leaves it short, rebounded by Foster. Up ahead, Mans finds Christ in the right corner. Didn't find a good look, now gives it to Reinhardt, back up top for Mans. Mans brings it back out, Goins gets out on him, but Mans hits a three, and now Oak Hill starting to get going from the perimeter as they've knocked down back-to-back threes. A little 6-0 spurt here by Oak Hill here near the end of the first half. Now you can hear some of the Oak Hill fans trying to get their club going here in this final possessions of the first half. Anderson will take another three, and he silences things quickly as he hits his second three of the game. 40-22 with 12 seconds left in the first half. Mans will bring it across midcourt with 8 seconds. Now over to his right with 5 seconds. Tries to go inside, pass deflected away by Teets. He's in a race against the clock with 1 second, gets it off, and Teets lays it in as the first half comes to a close. And Trinity Christian with a very impressive offensive display as they put up 42 points here in the first half, 21 in each quarter, as we'll take a look at it here on our instant replay. Again, looked like Oak Hill was going to get the final shot, but Mann's pass was deflected away, and then Teets, with that quick burst all the way to the basket, lays it in as the first half comes to a close. So 42-22 in favor of the Warriors here at intermission over Oak Hill. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll break down all the first half action here from Greater Beckley Christian High School as you're watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome back to the Martin Luther King Classic, everyone. Chris Kidd here with you with Robbie and Joe Mounds alongside me here for this long day of basketball ahead of you here on Video Productions. Again, following this game between Oak Hill and Trinity Christian, we'll have Mercer Christian Academy against the Richwood Lumberjacks at 1 p.m. That'll be followed by Beth Haven Christian taking on Combine, the white team, out of North Carolina. Again, coached by Jeff McGinnis, former North Carolina Tar Heels star from the 1990s and also NBA standout as well. Again, that'll be one of 2 Combine teams playing. Again, so it'll be the first team, which is also referred to as the white team, taking on Beth Haven at 2:45 p.m. Then we'll have Beckley Prep taking on Combine Blue team at 4:30 p.m. Again, that'll be following the Combine white team playing at 2:45. So then Beckley Prep and Combine, the blue team, taking on at 4:30 p.m. Then it's Greater Beckley Christian taking on Webster County at 6:15 p.m. That'll be a very fascinating game. Again, Bob Boland will be on the call for that game with us. And then our nightcap will be Greenbrier East and Wyoming East at 8 p.m. Again, Bob Boland will be alongside me for the call of that contest as well. So a fun slate of high school basketball on the way here today from Greater Beckley Christian High School. As we run through the first half scoring, again, you have Oak Hill being led by Darian McDowell with 7 points, then Jacob Perdue with 5 points, Jason Mans with 5 points, Hunter Reinhardt with 3 points, and Sam Christ with 2 points. Then on the other end, for Trinity Christian, leading all scorers is Seth Goings with 17 points, followed by Fletcher Hartsock with 12 points. Then you have Noah Carter Anderson with 6 points, Drew Bozick with 3 points, Levi Teets with 2 points, and John Moore with 2 points to round out the scoring here in the first half, as it is Trinity Christian leading Oak Hill 42-22. We'll step aside for a break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the start of quarter number 3 here from Greater Beckley Christian High School as you are watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
No one leaves their home thinking they will be in a car crash. Unfortunately, in West Virginia, more than 1/3 of people killed in car crashes are not wearing their seatbelts. Those who choose to wear their seatbelts stand a good chance to live another day. Law enforcement wants you to have a fighting chance. That's why we are busy making sure everyone is buckled up.
We would rather you arrive safe at all your destinations rather than it be your final destination.
Buckle up, click it, or ticket.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
When someone contacts my office, usually something terrible has happened. A loved one has been killed at work, a child has been seriously injured in an accident, or an insurance or credit card company is harassing them. My job as their attorney in these troubled times is to comfort them, give them peace of mind, to investigate the facts of their case, research the law, and I fight to make sure that their rights are protected. If you need a lawyer, contact me.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive, just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Getting ready for the start of quarter number 3 here from Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd with you, along with Joe Mounts, our cameraman, and Robbie Mounts, our engineer, as Trinity Christian taking a 42-22 lead into the second half. And it'll be Oak Hill to have the ball to start things here in the third quarter. They'll go going left to right across your television and computer screen. With Trinity Christian going right to left as Oak Hill in the white, Trinity Christian in the black. Up top with it is Purdue, over to Mans on the left wing. So he'll get it up top for McDowell, takes a straight on 3, looked good, but off to the left iron as trying to save it was Christ, but out of bounds. It'll go back over to Trinity Christian. Tietzu had that layup at the buzzer to end the first half, inbounds it. Goings over to Anderson, now to Tietz, looks inside, finds Hartsock, gets to the other end, can't find an opening, and he shuffled his feet. And a travel and call against Trinity Christian. So Oak Hill coming in at 4-7 on the year, Trinity Christian at 5-7. Again, that slow start to the season for Trinity Christian, albeit against a very tough schedule and 3 very tight losses in that, starting 1-6, but they've been on fire since then, winning 4 of their last 5. So up top, Purdue swings it over to Mans, now back to Purdue, over to McDowell, gets a good look from the left corner, and he'll bury this one as he's into double figures now with 10 points. It's Oak Hill similarly off to that slow start at 1-4, but have since rebounded to get things back to neutral on the year. But Trinity Christian looking like they could be on their way to winning now 5 of their last 6 contests as Goings fires up a 3, and my goodness, this kid has just been hitting from all spots of the gymnasium here today. He's got 4 3-pointers and 20 points. So every time it feels like Oak Hill might be able to put together a little bit of a spurt, Goings or Hartsock appeared to shut it down as Mans will drive in on the left side, and a nice floater as he gets it to bank in. He's got 7 points for the game, 45-27 in favor of the Warriors. Goings blows by McDowell. Tough skip pass, able to work it around the perimeter. Nice fake by Anderson, gets free wide open, and Carter Anderson with his 3rd 3-pointer of the game. He's got 9 points as it's just been an outside barrage from Anderson and Goings thus far in this game. They've got 7 threes between them, and Bozick has one as well. 8 threes total for the Warriors. It's Christ. Almost fell down, but gets it to Purdue, and he drives in, and a reach-in foul will go against Trinity Christian with 5:55 to go in the third. They're going to get that one on Bozick. That'll be his first. As Omar Lewis checks back in for Oak Hill. Also checking back in is Hunter Reinhardt as they get it to Reinhardt up top. He had a 3 in the first half. Over to Lewis, almost stolen away. Getting into the passing lane that time was Bozick, but Lewis able to save it. Now Mans, he tries to work his way in on the right side, bullies his way in on Tietz and puts it up and in. Jason Mans now with 9 points, now stealing the backcourt, and a great job by Lewis. Able to throw that off of Goings. And Oak Hill will get possession, trailing by 19. And trying to put together some sort of a run here to give themselves an opportunity in the fourth quarter. Mans will get it in now up top. They find Camden Craddock. They swing it back around. Mans looked like he was going to fire to Craddock, now does. Craddock puts his elbow into Hartsock and ends up traveling with it. So it'll go back over to Trinity Christian. Now still full court pressure here by the Red Devils, and almost another turnover as Chris poked it away from Anderson. It'll stay with the Warriors, and now Trinity Christian wants a timeout with 5:20 to go here in the third, leading at 48-29. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full. It'll be a 30 seconds, so that'll be it for the 30-second timeouts for Trinity Christian in this game. And as we said, stay with us. Coming up next, we have the Richwood Lumberjacks taking on Mercer Christian Academy at approximately 1 p.m. Again, there's a JV game getting things started here today, but each game about an hour and 45-minute interval between each, so we should be able to stay on course throughout the day here from Greater Beckley Christian High School. It'll all conclude at 8 p.m. tonight with Wyoming East taking on Greenbrier East. So we've got 5 more games coming up here today on Video Productions for you. And again, we've got some private schools coming up in the middle part of the slate today with Combine out of North Carolina. Again, we get to see them twice. Again, they've got 2 different sets of teams coming in, the blue team and the white team. They'll be taking on Beth Haven Christian, the white team. And then Beckley Prep will be here to take on the Combine blue team. So we got some private school basketball action coming your way today too, as Goings inside, pass deflected, stolen away by Lewis. And you've got a lot of the top single-A teams in the state taking part in this tournament today. So going to be a fun-filled, action-packed day here in the Martin Luther King Classic here from Beckley, West Virginia. It's McDowell gets it over left side. Mans, he'll take a 3, no good. He missed it too long with it. He'd been hot here at the early stage of the third quarter. Now Trinity Christian with it back. Goins across midcourt, goes behind his back, gets it out to Anderson, fakes on a 3, steps back into the corner, goes and hits it, but they say he had a foot on the line. But Anderson with another deep jumper. He's got 11 now for the game. Anderson had 6 against Greater Beckley Christian the other night, had 13 in a game against Madonna that they won during their 4-game winning streak. So yeah, he's another catalyst in this offensive, explosive team from Trinity Christian. Again, you talk about Hartsock and Goings, but you kind of forget about Anderson as Chris misses long on a 3. Goings with a rebound. That pass going to go right by us and almost out the door as it gets by. And you can almost see us down in the corner here at the entrance here at Greater Beckley Christian High School. We hit the midway point of the third quarter. 21-point lead for Trinity Christian. It's Lewis over to McDowell. Now left side for Mans. Mans with 4 points here this quarter for Oak Hill. Still trying to clear out the area. Now he works it over to the right side for Reinhardt. Back to Lewis. Lewis in trouble in the middle. Had it knocked away. Now we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And going to go against Teets. Anderson thought it should have been a traveling call, but that'll be number 2 against Levi Teets. So we're down to 3:40 remaining here in the first half. Now I get a substitution. As checking in for Trinity Christian will be Gavin Jackson, a 5'11 freshman. As we said, both teams play a lot of freshmen on their rosters, young squads on both ends. As Mans in the left corner, cut off by Moore, and Hartsock gets it out to Purdue. He's all alone for 3, no good. Rebound comes down, taken by Jackson as he just checks into the game. Now they get it up it quickly. John Moore, another freshman, stops, pops a jumper, gets it to roll around and fall home. John Moore now with 4 points in the game. The lead has swelled to 23 for the Warriors. Mans takes a 3 right up ahead off the back iron. Long rebound comes out to Lewis. Lewis fakes, jumps it off. Purdue gets it to roll home. Jacob Purdue now with 7 points for Oak Hill, down to a 21-point lead. Still full court pressure for Oak Hill with 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Anderson kicks it in the left corner, back up top for Moore. He'll dribble in, lost control of it, but was fouled on the way to the basket. Looks like they might get Lewis on this. And that will be Omar Lewis. That's number 3 on him. And they're going to give Moore a couple of free throws. That's Mercer Christian behind us right now as Moore's free throw no good. But they'll be getting set to take the floor at the conclusion of this ball game as there you see the drive by Moore. And again, a lot of fearlessness from this freshman. We've seen him in action here today. Again, not scared to drive to the basket, not scared to take his open jumper as he hits on the second free throw. He's got 5 points now. Now Mans, after a short rest, will check in for Lewis with those 3 fouls. 22-point lead for Trinity Christian. Mans will bring it up the left side. Moore there waiting on him. Mans Kicks it over to McDowell. Now to Reinhardt as he cuts into the paint. Almost traveled with it, but finds Purdue. Now out to Foster as they'll reset the offense. McDowell into the corner for Purdue as McDowell hits the deck. Purdue triple team, kicks it out to Reinhardt, goes for three, and he's able to bury it from the left wing. Reinhardt with his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 6 points, 53-34 in favor of Trinity Christian as McDowell and Goings fighting inside. They dump it off for Hartsock. Hartsock gets free, count it, and the foul for Fletcher Hartsock as he's got 14 points now for the game, his first points of the second half. So he'll go to the line for an N1 opportunity as Camden Craddock will check back into the game for Oak Hill, and Purdue will go to get a breather. So they get that foul on Hunter Reinhardt. Hartsock sinks the free throw. Total up to 15 for the game, and the lead back up to 22. Mans crossed the timeline. Thought about a straight-on three, but instead gives it off to McDowell. Now back over to Foster. So we hit the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. McDowell drives in hard on Kirilko. Now we'll get it back up top for Mans. Mans fakes on Moore, gets by him, dumps it off to Craddock. Layup rolls off, puts back up, no good. Rebound taken away underneath by Jackson. Missed opportunity there for the Red Devils as Goings cross midcourt, stops, pops a three, no good short. Haven't seen that much today that Goings has missed. But rebound comes down to Mans. I believe he's 4 of 6 now from three-point line. Good take that time by Mans, but couldn't finish. Rebound up ahead. Finds Hartsock. Tough angle layup, no good. Rolls off. Rebounded by Craddock. So he'll get it up ahead. McDowell into the center. Had it poked away by Kirilko as McDowell goes to the ground to save it. Finds Reinhardt. So Mans now will pull it back out. Coach Jackson calls out the play. Mans looking for McDowell, but he's covered by Kirilko over right side. There's Reinhardt again for three, no good. Rebound fought for. Craddock able to tear it out, but traveled with it as he tried to find McDowell. Now a quick substitution coming in for Trinity Christian. It'll be Beimel checking into the game. Goings looks up top, now gets it to Moore. Moore in the right corner, gets to the free throw line, dumps it off underneath. Tough layup attempt, but able to get it to go is Beimel, as it's all working here today for Trinity Christian as the lead is swelled to 24 with 35 seconds left here in the third. Mans will take a straight on three, off the mark, no good. Craddock tears down the rebound. He goes back up and he's fouled with 26.5 seconds remaining in the quarter. They're going to get the foul on Beimel. That'll be his first. And Craddock will go to the line. And I should say that earlier when we were talking about the slow starts, it was actually Trinity Christian that was upset about their slow starts to a lot of these games this year as Craddock misses on the first attempt. But today, much different story for Coach Folks and his ball club. As he said, they were having trouble solving the first quarter and getting out to a lead. Well, today they jumped out to a 21-10 lead. A second free throw rolls off as well for Craddock. Rebounded by Trinity Christian. Again, I think that's part of what he was hoping to see here today against Oak Hill, was his team to get going from the outset, and they definitely did that, jumping on top of Oak Hill from the jump. And a timeout called here by Trinity Christian with 14 seconds left. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well. Back after this as you're watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here on Video Productions.
Your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive, just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Final possession of the third quarter for Trinity Christian as they lob it in, and that is not what Trinity Christian wanted to see out of the timeout. Again, they called one to try and set up a play and instead throw it away right off the jump. So instead it'll be Oak Hill in possession here to close out the third quarter. They trail it by 24. Lewis into the middle, trying to get it inside, and we get a whistle and a foul with 8.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. They're going to get the foul. I believe they said on number 30, so that's going to be on Gavin Jackson. That'll be his first. As quickly, Trinity Christian will sub in for defensive purposes. Matt Gadd will check in. As McDowell with 5 seconds gets it up to Reinhardt. Got a good look, but short. Rebound comes down to Jackson with 1 second, and that will end the third quarter of play with Trinity Christian leading Oak Hill 58-34. Back after this as you are watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Start of quarter number 4 here from Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd with you with Robbie and Joe Mounts with me here today from the Martin Luther King Classic. And this is the first varsity game of 6 today. And we got a whistle and a push on Craddock. Looked like Moore stepped on the out-of-bounds line, but evidently the push came just a little bit prior to that. So it'll be first one against Camden Craddock. It's 3 team fouls against Oak Hill, 4 against Trinity Christian. And Lewis with a steal off of the inbounds pass, but can't finish on the layup, and it's been that type of morning for Oak Hill as they've had their difficulties from the outside and on the inside. And Jackson for 3, and that is an area where Trinity Christian has not struggled today. They have just lit it up from the outside like a Christmas tree as McDowell drives in hard, a blocking foul, and bucket will count for Darian McDowell as he's got 12 points now. Overall in this game, that is now 9 3-pointers for Trinity Christian. Was almost 10 if Anderson wouldn't have had a foot on the line earlier. As McDowell completes the and one for his 13th bucket of the game, 13th point of the game, excuse me. It's at 61-37 in favor of Trinity Christian. They look like they're well on their way to their 5th win in their last 6 outings. As Goings gets cut off on the inside, puts up a wild shot, but can't get it to go. Thought it was fouled. Foster gets up at Reinhardt as Oak Hill with numbers. Reinhardt leaves the basket short as he got inside from about 3 feet and couldn't finish. Now they'll get it back out to him on the left side. He'll drive in, tried to feed it over to Craddock. Let's see who was last touched by. And looks like they're going to say last touched by Craddock. Craddock thought that Anderson had gotten his hands on it last. But nevertheless, it'll be in Trinity Christian's possession, leading it by 24. Anderson will get it in. Quickly up the floor comes Goings, finds Hartsock into the corner. Moore, he'll launch a 3, no good. Rebounded though by Hartsock, and a whistle. And a foul underneath will go against Oak Hill. They're going to get Craddock for the 2nd time. And now a full timeout taken with 6:43 remaining in the game. We'll step aside as well as Trinity Christian leading Oak Hill 61-37. You're watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't.
Back to action here at Greater Beckley Christian High School. Chris Kidd with you as Trinity's pass knocked away by McDowell, but it'll stay with the Warriors. They have a comfortable 61-37 lead. Moore will inbound into the backcourt. Goings able to go back and get it. So he's got 20 points for the game, had 17 of those in the first half. Trinity Christian's been on cruise control here in the second half, and a 5-second call. Good defense by Trey Foster. You hear the ovation he gets from his section over here. Again, the sophomore was able to stick with Goings. And Goings just had nowhere to get the ball to or outlet it to. So ball back over to Oak Hill, and their defense has been a lot more sound here in the second half, but there's a steal underneath. They tried to feed Craddock. Goings up ahead to Anderson, gets underneath. What a layup there by Anderson. He was going underneath the basket and still was able to get the soft touch and the angle for his 13th point of the game. Floater from the left side off the mark, rebounded by Goings, fast breaking again. Gets into the middle, kicks it into the corner. Anderson, long two, and counted again as Anderson had a foot on the line, but able to bury it once again. He's now up to 15 points for the game. 65-37, Trinity Christian running away with it here in the first of our varsity games here today. 5 more to go after the conclusion of this contest as they get it over to Foster, gets to the right side, and Trey Foster able to lay it in for his first bucket of the game. Closing in on 5.5 minutes remaining here in the contest. It's up top with it. Goings drives in and get a whistle, and looks like we're going to get a foul as Craddock tried to draw the charge and didn't get the call, and then looks like they're going to get Foster on the reach-in. That's 5 team fouls apiece on both sides. See if they call this a shooting foul or not. It's Oak Hill now bringing in some other substitutions. So it'll be Jacob Ward, the 5'10 sophomore, in for the first time, and also in for the first time is a number and player that is not listed, unfortunately, as Moore will drive baseline, tries to get inside, but they call him for a travel. So here comes Lewis across midcourt, 5:15 to go. He'll take it to the right side, now to the middle, now up top. McDowell all alone. He'll take the three, and he'll connect from the top of the key as McDowell has spaced out his scoring here today, but has had a very productive morning. He's got 16 points for the game. Jackson gets it over. Right elbow jumper, and count it for Matt Gade, his first basket of the game. 67-42. Trinity Christian in control as Lewis, nice dump off underneath, layup up and good. And tried to listen for the name that time from the PA announcer, but couldn't get it. As they get it into the corner, Jackson, he'll light up a three, no good. Rebound comes down to Lewis. 4:25 remaining, 67-44, Trinity Christian. As Lewis will step back for three off the front iron, rebounded by Foster. He'll drive back in, dumps it off, trying to get to the other side, and tries to get it back out front as it's deflected away by Anderson. As it'll stay with Oak Hill. As Beimel will check back in for Oak Hill, for Trinity Christian. Also, Teets will check in. Goings will go to the bench, and that could be the last we see of some of the starters here for Trinity Christian today. A few still on the floor, however. There's another substitution in for Oak Hill is Leonard Farrow, 5'9 sophomore. Tough drive here by Lewis as he threw a couple elbows trying to get inside, and they're going to call him for a travel. And that was more frustration than anything from Lewis that time, it appeared. So he just tried to bulldog his way inside and threw that elbow, but ended up traveling with it as well. Now Teets in the left corner, gets it off to Jackson. He'll drive baseline, puts up a floater, short, rebound fought for underneath, and last touch by Beimel as he comes up gimpy after that play. Looked like he was grabbing for his left foot, but trying to run it out as he gets back up the floor. As Lewis will let the ball roll all the way to the midcourt line before he picks it up. 23-point lead for Trinity Christian. They work it over right side for Jacob Ward, now out top for Lewis. Lewis taking his time here against Moore, now over to Ward, back up top. Lewis thought about taking the three, now instead we'll give it off to Ward. He'll drive in, puts up a left-handed floater, short, and it'll go out of bounds. Last touch by the Red Devils. Stay with us. We have Richwood taking on Mercer Christian Academy coming up next at approximately 1 p.m. here on Video Productions. And now foul on the backcourt. We'll go against Oak Hill as both teams approaching the 1-and-1. That's the 16th foul now. And that'll be number 4 on Omar Lewis, the freshman. Now another substitution here for Oak Hill as it'll be Matt Dixon, the 6'5 sophomore, checking in for Lewis. We'll probably get to see the depth of both benches here as we draw this game to its conclusion. Again, Trinity Christian just jumped out quick in the first quarter and never really looked back as Foster comes up with a steal, drives in on the right side, can't get it to go, but he'll go to the free throw line. Again, you can tell he's got a big support staff here in the crowd today. You saw about 15 people stand up after he got that steal and was charging to the basket. They're going to get the foul on Beimel. That'll be his second. It's both teams with 16 fouls. Now Foster adjusts his jersey and gets it tucked in. He'll go to the line to try and get his third and fourth points of the day. His first free throw rolls around and falls through. That's Foster's second free throw off the mark. Rebound tipped around and taken away by Trinity Christian as it ended up in the hands of Gade. Now here's Teets. Cut off by Foster, gets it up top for Beimel. 3 minutes to go here in this first of 6 games here today from Greater Beckley Christian High School as Moore gets it in the corner for Jackson. He'll dribble back up top over to Teets. He'll take a three, no good, is online but too strong. Rebound taken away off the long miss by Farrow. Farrow's pass up top, tipped by Jackson, but Foster able to get it back into the corner. Open three on the way, off the front iron, no good. Rebounded by Foster. Layup attempt, no good by Dixon, and now a foul underneath. We'll send Oak Hill to the free throw line with 2:31 remaining in the game. They're going to get that on Beimel. That'll be his third foul. So get a couple more substitutions. As Bozick will check back in for Trinity Christian. As Mercer Christian now walks by as they get set. Take the floor here momentarily. First free throw off the mark, and we apologize. We don't have a name with a number for number 10 for Oak Hill, the roster that we were given. But he does have a basket here in this game. It's now second free throw up. This one is good. That's 3 points in the game. As now checking in for Oak Hill will be Christian Sanger, a senior. Get his first look of the afternoon. It's also in for Trinity Christian. Again, with 34, we don't have a name for that number either, unfortunately, as both teams getting deep into their bench here at the end of the game. As Jackson's shot rejected out of bounds by Matt Dixon. It'll stay with Trinity Christian here, leading at 67-46 with 2:18 to go. And looked like maybe something was said after the play and the officials just addressing it. Teets will fire it into the backcourt for Jackson. And Trinity Christian on their way to their 6th win of the year, moved to 6-7 overall. As driving in, floater up, no good. Rebound fought for and taken away by Sanger. We have 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Foster drives in, tries to get up and under, can't get it to fall. Rebound torn down by Trinity Christian. That was taken by Gade. Pass underneath, finds Teets. Laser pass somehow got through. Now Jackson looks for the 10th three of the game. No good for Trinity Christian again. They've hit 9 threes as a team here today. And Jackson almost got the 10th right there as he knocked one down earlier in the game. Teets will inbound it underneath his own basket. Still looking, able to get it up the top of the key. Driving in, Bozic floater, rolls off, no good. Rebound taken away by Oak Hill. It's up the left side is Ward. He'll get it back up top as they reset with Farrow. Now with 90 seconds to play, top of the key. Ward gets it to Farrow, now back over to Foster into the right corner. Nice ball fake, top of the key for Farrow. Oak Hill working the ball around here. Now they get a floater up, no good by Ward, and rebound taken away by Trinity Christian. Up ahead, they find Teets, drives in, gets the layup to roll off. Had a tough angle on that, still almost got to go. Now Oak Hill on the other end with 1 minute to play. Driving in is Sanger, and he's rejected out of bounds by Gade. It'll stay with Oak Hill. Checking in is Peyton Dixon, a 5'9" sophomore for the Warriors. So they'll inbound it to Foster in the right corner. Almost had it taken away. So get it up top for Ward. Now Dixon, his shot blocked by Gade. Again, he's had several block shots here in the fourth quarter. Now Foster drives in, can't get the banker to go. Rebound loose underneath, Gade fighting for it, and looks like we could get a tie up here. And the possession error will stay with Oak Hill. Again, Oak Hill will next host Wyoming East on Wednesday, while Trinity Christian will travel to take on Notre Dame. So a couple other substitutions getting in here late for Trinity Christian. See Micah Travis getting in for the first time here for the Warriors, 6'3" senior. Now a steal coming the other way, driving in right side. We got a whistle and a foul. That'll send Peyton Dixon to the free throw line to shoot a pair. It's always fun at the end of the games whenever you see the bench rooting on the players that sometimes don't get to see as much action in these contests, as they want these guys to score and get in the books just as badly as they want anybody else, and right there they get it. As Dixon knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw good as well for Dixon. You see the reaction from the Trinity Christian bench. Now final 25 seconds of the game, 69-46, Trinity Christian leads it. And that is the 10th player of the game to score here today for the Warriors. Get it down to Sanger, turnaround jumper, count it, and the foul for Christian Sanger. So he'll get his first bucket of the game with 11.9 seconds to go. As they'll get the foul that time on number 34, who will remain nameless, unfortunately, on our broadcast here today. As Sanger's free throw up off the back iron, rebounded though by Dixon. So get it out, three on the way, no good by Ward. Sanger with the rebound, goes up, and he's fouled with 3.8 seconds to go. So he'll get one more look at it. Like I said, whenever you don't get as much playing time sometimes, you'll come in and you're going to play it just like it's the first quarter at the beginning. You know, I know from experience that was my role most of the time. You get in a blowout one way or another, but you're not going to trust me a whole lot in a very tight game. As Sanger's free throw rattles in and out, no good. Again, Mercer Christian set to take the floor right behind us at the conclusion of this game, and they'll take on Richwood at approximately 1 o'clock as Sanger gets the second to fall. He's got 3 for the game. They'll inbound it into the backcourt, and that will do it as Trinity Christian leads start to finish here today as they roll over Oak Hill 69-49 to move to 6-7 on the year, dropping Oak Hill to 4-8 on the year. As a quick score rundown For Oak Hill, they were led by Darian McDowell with 16 points, Jason Manns with 9 points, Jacob Perdue with 7 points, Hunter Reinhardt with 6 points, Christian Sanger with 3, and Trey Foster with 3, along with 2 for Sam Christ. On the other end for Trinity Christian, leading all scores was Seth Goings with 20 points, Fletcher Hartsock with 15 points, Carter Anderson with 15 points. Then you had John Moore with 5 points, Drew Bosick with 3 points, Gavin Jackson with 3 points, and then you had Matt Gade, Nick Beimel, Levi Teets, and Peyton Dixon all with 2 points in the win for Trinity Christian as they take away a 20-point lead, and Seth Goings named the player of the game here at the Martin Luther King Classic here in Greater Beckley Christian High School. Well, again, we're going to step aside for a short break while Richwood and Mercer Christian warm up, and we'll be back at approximately 1 p.m. for the start of that contest. So for Robbie and Joe Mounts, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long for now, but we'll be back in approximately half an hour with the start of Mercer Christian and Richwood as you are watching the Martin Luther King Classic with us right here live on Video Productions.